Hello, Mary, meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. We're doing a special announcement today because we had a great show today. Everything went fine, but some weird things keep transpiring. So this is kind of a vlog, but it's kind of a evening vlog. And I wanted to try to take a chance to explain what's going on, because right now I'm growing very apprehensively concerned about some things that are going on my personal level. Now, I just got done talking to our 11H30 and out on the wire. Those of you who watched my replay know that out on the wire was acting really odd today. Don't know why he was acting the way he was acting. It was just really, really strange. Our 11 also said a few things, but he wouldn't go into the details of everything. But like I told R11, is I explained to people of peace that he's not the problem, and that people of peace needs to back off because R11 is not the instigator of the trouble. R11 and I had a great chat last night. We talked about the issues, what's going on, and we think we found one of the potential culprits. And he's not a regular on my channel. And that's a good thing. Okay. Today R11 sent me a Hangouts and text chat, and he was angry at me, apparently for two things. The first, of course, he was angry at people of peace accusing him for something he didn't do, which I told people of peace he shouldn't be doing because that's not his fault. The second thing was he got upset that I made people of peace mod. Now, first of all, people of peace has been on my channel long enough that when I had given everybody else mod status, there was no reason why he shouldn't have been given mod status, because he's been here a long time. And that's true. If I'm going to give a mod status to one or two people based on the longevity on the channel, I might as well be fair and give mod status to all the people on my channel that have been here for a certain period of time. One of them, actually mods, which is out on the wire, actually started to act really strange and said, "Take my ranch." Then he boots, he times out people of peace and a few of the other people on my channel, including Wink Wink. He said, "Now take away my ranch." I took away his ranch. What do you think he does? I was like, after he comes back from the timeout, he says, "I want my wrench back." Well, why did you ask me to take your wrench away, and now you want your wrench back? That doesn't make any sense. But I don't think it's really the individual's fault. I don't know how to explain this. Let's just say is that there's some negative energy running around the internet, around the world. Definitely the world. But the social media is interconnected with the world. And it's doing strange things to people's brains. Rational thought is becoming a rarity. People are acting weird. You notice that, right? People are not acting right. It doesn't matter if it's my channel or any other channels. Same thing with some of the other channels have said the same thing. People have begun acting more and more bizarre, and they don't understand why. I think we got to find out the why. We got to find out the reason. This doesn't make any sense. So I explained to R11 that in the case of Cringe Report, the only thing I was concerned about was the 50 Shades of Autism. And I said I'm concerned because YouTube spiders have been going through the channels, and if they ever find that book, they're going to automatically ban your channel. They're not even going to ask you about it. The spiders actually go through the channels and they look for bad stuff. And they throw bad stuff off. And these new spiders are capable of speech recognition. And self-learning. And so what they've been doing is if they find something that doesn't meet the requirements, they're going to throw you off. They're going to give you a ban. They might totally force your channel off YouTube completely. Now, he's already had problems before with this. With two guys fighting in their underwear on Cringe Report. And he got a 30-day ban for that. But you know what? The thing is, well, everybody thinks I don't care about Cringe Report. I do, because he's another human being. I don't always agree with what he's saying or what he's doing, but that's not the point. The point here is that I'm concerned about his well-being and his well-presence on YouTube. I understand that some people may not be able to understand why that should matter. But the truth of the matter is, YouTube is, because of what was going on some YouTube channels, getting involved with pedophile behavior. And I'm not talking just about having pedophiles watching a religious and fundamentalist channel. I'm talking about content that is really inappropriate for children at all. I'm talking about S&M. I'm talking about adult sex scenes. I'm talking the stuff that 50 Shades of Autism does is really a red flag for YouTube. Now, I'm sorry if Cringe Report is upset, and I understand that his work is his creation. I respect that, but as long as that content is there on YouTube, you are in danger. You are in big danger. You need to do something with it immediately. Okay? Especially part 2. Although part 1 was pretty bad too. The spiders actually look for certain words, and Cringe Report's bigger than my channel, and those kind of words cause flags to get set, which nowadays may set a human reviewer to look at that video, and that video could potentially be the downfall of Cringe Report. I'm not mad at Cringe Report. I don't necessarily see eye to eye on a lot of things. But I don't want to see him lose all of his work either. Now, as far as some of the other things that have been going on and behind the scenes have nothing to do with me strictly, I'm only going to bring them up briefly. Patty's having problems right now in her life that I cannot talk about here because it does not involve YouTube. Okay? And she is totally unsure what to do next. Now, good news is she got the keys to her apartment. And she has every plan to go back, get into her apartment, because the guy she's staying with is totally turned into a total jerk. And the problem is he has 3 dogs, and he's got to go into the emergency. He's got to go into the operating theater and have surgery done because of his health. But unfortunately, she doesn't know who's going to take care of his dogs. And I told her, I said, what about his mother, or what about his other friends? I don't know anything about his friends to say if they'll take care of his dogs or not, or if they'll basically leave the dogs neglected. But, you know, I don't know what else to say but that. Like I said, the personal issues are a little easier to deal with because I can focus on the things I need to focus on one at a time. But as far as people of peace and his razzing our Lemonade Street Zero as much as he had and said so many nasty things, I backed up for R11 and said to him the truth. I said, Pop, listen to me. You're blaming the wrong guy. Don't you understand that? You're blaming the wrong guy. But you know the sad truth is the harm has already been happened. The harm has already been done. The devil is probably laughing his ass off right now. One of the most powerful things the devil can do is to totally split friends apart, like splitting of atoms of hydrogen. The results can be nasty. I don't know when R11 and I will be able to work out the other issues that we're suffering from because of the damage that was caused by a third party that, is not necessarily people of peace. Although I wouldn't say that people of peace is totally innocent, because I think people of peace in part was also misinformed. This third party guy, I'm also sending this message out to teleport to. You got a moderator on your channel who's not thinking of your best interest. This mod outed your phone number. He gave it to people. He gave your address to people. I wanted to warn you once I found out, because I realized it is a security breach that may not be something you want out there. But I don't have any way to reach you in private messaging. I sent you a friend request on Discord so that I could tell it to you in private who this individual I suspect is. Because me and our Lemonade Street Zero watched this video together, and there was ways he was presenting his content that clearly indicates the kind of adult, and yes, it's an adult, that doesn't really treat you that well. So, Teleport YT, I did send you a friend request on the Discord. And if you would get back to me and let me know what we can, and I'll let you know who it is as far as I know. It's a suspicion. It is not an absolute. You will need to do some questioning of this individual yourself, since he's one of your mods anyway. If you think about it, guys, there's an outside force, as I said, is causing this damage. I have no idea the reason behind it doing it. But I'll tell you one thing. They don't like what I have to present on YouTube. They don't like the fact that my channel has grown, and it is still doing pretty good. It's still doing pretty good. But now there's a format change, and so that there's going to be some, churn, and that's expected. Of course, I do welcome people to be part of the show, and I hope that you will continue to be part of the show. But what I just want to say is the most important thing I want all of you to do is to be excellent to one another, to live a good life, and by your own example for others, that others can maintain and grow in the physical and spiritual realm. I don't have an answer to all the things that are going on with YouTube right now, but I'll tell you one thing. I am very happy to know that all of you are welcome to my channel to be part of the discussions at hand. Me and a group of people are going to be getting into some very different stuff. Eventually the phones will be back on again. But right now, because of what this one conspiratorial person did, the phones are still off. But that's not because I don't like you as content. I like you a lot. And the most important thing is that I want you to work with us and be understanding that why changes have to occur. Because like I said, it's not just my channel. It's affecting a lot of channels. A lot of people are being hurt right now. There's some really nasty negative juju going on. And this nasty juju is affecting so many channels. It's not even funny. Pray to your God or goddess, whoever you pray to, then ask that something will come to be when this issue shall be resolved promptly and quickly. For the time being, stay out of trouble. See you soon. Bye-bye.